We've got an insight video again today. Like I said, I've been talking a lot about the eternal moment, the eternal self over the last few days, and I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about more and more. It's all to do with consciousness. It's all to do with like alignment. It's all to do with the energy. It's all to do with integration of higher self and how we start to sort of like open up as spiritual beings. I've talked about different cultures before. I've talked about Lemuria. I've talked about Atlantis. I've talked about these kind of times where we were very much spiritual beings and we were very much integrated with our higher selves, but we're also integrated with like our multi-dimensional selves. And when I'm talking about multi-dimensional, I'm talking about again the law of oneness, and I'm talking about the vibrational frequency of where we're opened up and we start to receive sort of insights, awareness, but we start to express our soul qualities and our soul vibrations, but our soul frequencies. And our soul qualities are very much related to our soul purpose. And what I mean by this is, I've talked about this before, each and every one of our souls, we've sort of like, we were in source energy, source light. And when we were in source light and energy, we were also connected to oneness, and we had the understanding and the consciousness and the frequency at that time to know and agree to come back to this plane of existence, and come back to this plane of existence for a reason, for a purpose. And this is what the masters and the angels and the guides and the universal teachers are working with us at the moment. They're working to bring this consciousness back to this plane of existence and this planet. And each and every one of us as a soul is bringing that consciousness. We all have a consciousness frequency, and we all have sort of a soul purpose. And this is where we came back, and this is what's happened in many different sort of like universal law of like rhythm, where they talk about cycles of growth. Well, oneness of growth, oneness of vibration, oneness of frequency. And this is what's going on at the moment. We're coming aligned to that again. We're aligning to the oneness frequency and the oneness vibration. And what we're doing is we're aligning again with our soul purposes and our soul frequencies. And each, like I said, each soul has a frequency and sort of like a purpose that they're bringing back to the planet. And this is why we've got to work as like collectively. And again, this is a direct example of oneness vibration and oneness frequency, because in the spirit world, this is how they work. There's many beings that exist on many different sort of planes of existence, but work in harmony, and they work in harmony to bring union back, and union and alignment, and back into harmony, where all beings work for the greater good, and all beings work in oneness vibration. And oneness vibration is that we're all connected and we're all part of the same whole. And this is the spiritual sort of eternal truth and eternal wisdom of source energy, but also of oneness vibration, that everything vibrates as one. And this is why the beings and the masters and the angels are all working with us now. And this is what happened in the time of Atlantis, and this is what happened in the time of Lemuria, is they were very much connected to that oneness vibration, where we were spiritually aligned with infinite beings of light energy, wisdom. And this is how the masters work. The masters and the guides and the angels were all very much connected in this time in like Lemuria, Atlantis, and it's very much sort of like, and this is why you've got like Andromeda, Lyra, and Hellas. They're talking about this. Then there's talking about, people are talking about these different vibrations and frequencies, and what they're really talking about is again this oneness vibration, this oneness frequency, that we're all coming back into that oneness. And each and every one of us, it is our spiritual purpose and it's our spiritual truth to come back to that, and it's to start to sort of like vibrate in a way and become consciously aware that we're not separate, but that we're connected all the time, that we have a vibration, a frequency, and it's very much around, this is like when we open up to these new vibrations, these new frequencies, and this oneness vibration, we open up to the infinite wisdom and the infinite sort of infinite wisdom of the ages, of the masters, of the angels, of all these different infinite beings of light that are around us and working with us. I mean, like, if you like look at yourself in your life, right? I work in like a service, or I work in like in a vocation where it's very much around people. Like, I work with people with complex needs, and I have a team behind me but I have like a physical team. But I'm talking about something beyond that. I'm talking about a spiritual team, an infinite spiritual team that work with us. And this is the true reality and the true essence and the true sort of wisdom of the oneness vibration, is that we're all connected in that way, and there's infinite beings that are working with us. And the more that we sort of step into that light and we step into that energy, and again, this is the universal law of correspondence, which is very much around your essence, your light, and it's stepping into that eternal moment, that eternal frequency. This is where we start to align, and we open up the energy channels and the energy frequencies once again to bring back this consciousness that brings the planet and shapes it into a spiritual vision, a spiritual reality. And this is what the new age and the new dawning is very much around, and this is what the masters and the guides are trying to say, is that it's about awakening, it's about awareness, it's about coming back to that union. And when we start to really truly open up with this oneness vibration, we open up to infinite realities. And this is where you get in, a lot of people talk about different sort of frequency, they talk about different sort of mystic beings, they talk about unicorns, they talk about angels, they talk about dragons and all those kind of things. They are all sort of, again, a vibration, a frequency of coming back into union, coming back into oneness with the infinite realms and realities of light. For me, that's not really necessarily where I work. I work on a very much sort of like a vibrational frequency, where it's very much around everything's energy and light. And where I feel like, for me personally, it's like I feel that's where I was sort of like, not when I wasn't incarnated within a physical form. I was very much in these frequencies of light and energy within different realms and realities. And it's about each and every one of us waken with different frequencies and qualities. But it's not even necessarily what, it's not necessarily where you come from. It's about the awakening once again to the infinite truth that we're all connected, and we all have a quality, and we all have a vibration and a frequency that needs to come back. It's all about consciousness now. It's all about awareness. It's about awakening and manifesting and sort of creating and living within that light frequency, that light vibration, and not getting caught up and not being distracted very much like in the external world, where we're very much sort of like we're being drawn to things. The third dimension, I talked about this yesterday, is very much around a dimension of physicality and limitation. It very much around sort of like talks about fear, worry, doubt, stress. All those kind of things are very much a 3D reality. They're very much around a physical reality. As when you step into oneness and the eternal moment, there is only security, there is only harmony, there's only peace, there's only infinite possibilities and infinite frequencies. And the more that you do this, the more you become an open channel to then once again start to open up and activate your soul, to that it aligns again, and it brings through consciousness, wisdom, insight that's needed for this age. Because each and every one of us hold those keys. We're all, like I've said this before, we're all sort of keys of consciousness, and we're all universal keys. We've got frequencies within our souls, and each and every one of us has a key, and we're all here to unlock the doors. And when I mean unlock the doors, they're symbolic of unlocking doors, are open up in unlocking like new frequencies, new energy vibrations. But they're also they're unlocking sort of like openings to the universe again, to the universal sort of infinite realms and realities. And we've all got like golden keys, and we've all got keys of consciousness. We're all part of that. We're all holding universal keys. So once again, we can start to bring the information, insight, the vibrations and the frequencies once again back to the planet. And how I see that working, once we start to do that, is we will vibrate in a way, and our vibration will bring a frequency that will connect to the planet, and it will make us individually more vibrant, more open to the infinite source of oneness vibration. But it will also open the planet up again. And this is what we're here for. We're here to bring the planet back into alignment, because it's been out of alignment for so long. It's been out of consciousness with oneness vibration and frequency of all the other realities and dimensions that have been sort of like existing, have not been have not been sort of like they're not being accessible to us, as in this time they are starting to become accessible again. And this is why it's so important that each and every one of us start to recognize that soul vibration, that soul frequency, and we awaken to it. And again, this is part of the ascension coming back into oneness. And this is what this time's about. And this is why the masters, the guides, and the infinite teachers and the universal teachers are working with us, because they're bringing us back. They're bringing us back into union again, that we're connected and that we're aligned and we're part of the wholeness vibration and the oneness vibration of all things, with these infinite realms and realities. And this is what each and every one of us are doing. Is our purpose, is awakening that soul qualities. And again, like I said, this is what happened in Lemuria and Atlantis. People were very much aware of their soul and their soul frequencies and their higher selves and their infinite selves, and they were able to access them. And when they were able to access them, they were able to access the infinite realms and realities of these universal guides, teachers, the archangels, the masters. And what happened is we worked in union with them. And we were channels. And what happened is we would receive frequencies and energies and insights, and then we would apply them we would then, the insights and the wisdom and the energy that we received, we would then express them through vibration, frequency, and energy to the planet, and it would shift and change the reality of the planet, and it would shift and change the harmony of the planet. And this is what we're coming back to. This is what this time's about, and this is what we're being asked to do once again. And this is what I feel is a lot of the purpose at the moment, is bringing us back into union with that. And we've always done this through the many cycles, the infinite eons of experience and reality, and the many times that we've incarnated. We've done this for so many incarnations. And again, this is what this time's about. It's again about bringing the vibration and the frequency, and everything is always about coming back into harmony and union. Each age will have whatever frequency, whatever energy, and the infinite guides and angels will and masters will bring that consciousness, and they will work with each soul to try and bring that consciousness back, because each soul has a purpose, and each soul has a part to play. And this is what they're doing at the moment. It's an infinite sort of like design to bring us back into union, because for so long we've been out of harmony, especially with the things that are going on this planet at the moment. And it's about coming back into that union. And this is what the oneness vibration is about. And oneness vibration is about infinite harmony and balance all the time, about harmony and balance. And so we will always be directed to bring things back into harmony and balance, first of all on an individual level, then on a collective level, because the planet needs to be once again aligned. That's the insight for today.